Very much, Kevin. Yeah, that's right. Thankful that sun started to shine quite early in the Toronto region and in Etobicoke for that Ribfest. Am I the only one that goes to Ribfest for donuts? Is it just me? I'm not really... I'll just keep that to myself. I don't want to get some unneeded hate right now. 24 degrees just now outside the Toronto airport with a wind from the northwest. Humidity has been climbing gradually since yesterday with the arrival of that warmer air, and it's feeling closer to 36 in Kingston and in Ottawa. It will start to feel warmer in the next few days, especially tomorrow and into Monday in small sections of the province, including in Windsor. That's because their humidex values will near the 44-degree range, and those overnight lows upwards of 20 degrees. So little relief from that heat for that part of the country. In the GTHA and in other parts of southern Ontario and the east, we are expecting climbing temperatures in the next few days, but we also have to deal with the threat of active weather. We know that weather was quite active last night into the overnight hours and into today morning for especially cottage country in the east. It has been moving out, and we are watching closely for the arrival of that active weather in the next 48 hours. Tomorrow, though, expecting it to be quite dry, and we're expecting it to be dry actually this evening for much of cottage country, eastern Ontario, the GTHA as well. Sunday, lots of beautiful sunshine, climbing temperatures. We were watching for a risk of severe thunderstorms around Huron County, around Bruce County. Some models show they may materialize. Others show it could be overnight heading into Monday that stormy weather will push in. None for Toronto, though. We're looking at a high of about 29 to 30 degrees. Lots of sunshine throughout the course of the day. Kevin?
Thank you, Noor. Canada is once again... All right, time now for a check-in on the weather. We got weather specialist Noor Rafat, and Canada Day is coming up. I'm sure people want to know what to expect for barbecues, fireworks, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all eyes on the forecast, Kevin, and for good reason. We know we've been watching for active weather lately in central and eastern Canada. Some of that will continue for some parts of the country heading into Canada Day, so thunderstorm threat a possibility for some. Others may see that rain and thunder activity miss them, and a chance of seeing some sunshine in the next few days. Let's take a look. Well, it's not just active weather and wet weather that we're watching for. We're also watching for climbing temperatures. Your high tomorrow in Toronto, 29 degrees, a lot of sunshine. This will be a nice beach day if you're up for it. And those temperatures will remain warm well into the evening, 23 by around the 11 o'clock to midnight hours. And we're looking at clear skies expected as well. Temperatures cooler, though, for large parts of the country that are seeing some of that excessive rain. We saw it into Ontario, Quebec earlier yesterday, overnight into today, and pushing into Atlantic Canada, northeastern USA this morning. Western sections of the country also seeing some cooler conditions with the rain, the heat. Midwestern USA and the prairies, they're experiencing some hotter conditions, also a risk of severe weather heading into the weekend. And we can't rule out that risk heading into the next few days in Ontario. Actually, some of those storms in the prairies are being shipped off to this side of the country, and we'll deal with them in increments in the next few days. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, expecting mostly things to be quiet. Beautiful sunshine coast from the southwest rather to the east and across parts of central Ontario as well. Some of that active weather will start to bubble up overnight heading into Monday. And I know many are off on Monday, so we are expecting sunny conditions at the start of the day, but that active weather will start to take off into the late afternoon and early evening. And we're expecting it for, again, much of the province around the southwest all the way to the east. July 1st, Tuesday, we have been watching closely. It's going to be quite active, it seems, at the start of it for cottage country, eastern Ontario. But it seems like as the day progresses, there could be that risk yet again for the GTHA, other parts of the Golden Horseshoe, of some thunderstorms and rain into the afternoon. So again, we're watching this very closely. If things change, I'll keep you updated tomorrow and into Monday as well. But for now, don't be surprised if you see a downpour the middle of the day on Canada Day, and certainly a downpour to start off the day if you're further into eastern Ontario and into cottage country. 32 degrees on Monday and still near the 30-degree highs Tuesday into Wednesday. Things continue to be quite warm heading into the end of the week, and Saturday temperatures on the climb yet again, a high of 32 with a mix of sun and cloud. Watch out for that risk of thunderstorms Monday and Tuesday.
Returned for the Canada Day long weekend as Ribfest got underway earlier today from Centennial Park in Etobicoke.
If you're looking, you're not cooking. So what's in the smoker, let it sit, let it be, you know?
The smell of ribs and other delicious barbecue filled the air as hundreds of people made their way out to take part in the event. On top of all the tasty food, there were rides, games, and other activities for kids of all ages. The Rotary Club of Etobicoke has been operating the Toronto Rib Fest for 24 years, dating back to 2001. And the weather certainly cooperated for the festivities as blue skies were seen over the city. So what can we expect for the rest of the weekend as we approach Canada Day? To answer that, here's weather specialist Noor Rafat. Hey, Noor.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Yeah, that's right. Glad to see those clouds part earlier today. The sun's starting to shine and a lot of warmer conditions in store for many in southern Ontario, including in Toronto. It is mild overnight tonight, close to seasonal, 14 degrees for that overnight low, and conditions continue to be mostly clear heading into the overnight. If you are in an area where you are away from light pollution, maybe try to look up for some stars. Now, we did see some very active weather yesterday evening, and as today pushed in, that active weather continued to track further east into Quebec, becoming somebody else's problem. For us, things have been quiet, although windy from the west-northwest, but those temperatures started to climb with the arrival of that sunshine, and with the settling in of that warmer air, also humidity started to climb. So a high of 26 in Toronto felt closer to 32, 29 for that Windsor region, and things will feel even warmer come tomorrow and into Monday. Those humidex values near the 44-degree range possible, and those overnight lows with little relief. That's one of the criteria that we see when an excessive heat warning is put in place. Little relief in the overnight, and that is expected for communities in the far southwestern sections of Ontario. What about tomorrow's conditions? Well, if you're going to be out and about, what a perfect day to be outside. It's going to be sunny, wall to wall for many communities, actually, and clear and dry for much of southwestern Ontario all the way to the east. Our first sign of active and wet weather, well, it pushes in around Georgian Bay and parts of Cottage Country overnight heading into Monday. So we'll talk more about that in the full forecast. For now, temperatures climbing in Toronto tomorrow as well. Your high near 30 degrees. Lots of sunshine. Maybe head to the beach. Kevin?
Thank you, Noor. Canada is all right, time now for a check-in on the weather. We got weather specialist Noor Rafat. Okay, Noor, first long weekend of the summer, but are we going to see some warmer temperatures?
Yeah, certainly the case is we will, Kevin, and it will be approaching the 30s for some parts of central and eastern Canada, even upwards of that amount. Of course, with higher temperatures comes the risk of active weather. How is that going to affect your long-range forecast? Let's take a look. And those temperatures will start climbing as early as tomorrow in Toronto, a high of about 29 to 30 degrees. Lots and lots of sunshine from start to finish. So this will be the day. If you're planning something outside, do it tomorrow, because it will be perfect. By Monday, things will get a little bit tricky with the active weather, and we will talk about Canada Day in just a moment. Cooler spots, though, for parts of the country with some rain lingering into eastern Quebec, parts of the Maritimes, western Canada as well. There is a lot of heat around the eastern prairies and northwestern Ontario at this hour, and through the course of the next few days, as we head into the first few days of July, large parts of the country will be sitting at temperatures above seasonal. So it's not that we're seeing heat in the east and cool downs in the west. No, they will also be dealing with some 30-degree highs, if not above. And that will be a story to see when it comes to what it means for the active weather. So the higher the heat and the humidity, of course, the higher the likelihood of seeing some of that active weather pop up. And our next set of storms is possible heading into your Monday. So tomorrow, forget we even have a problem. All is good in the world. Sunshine, relaxing conditions, but overnight heading into Monday, it starts to pop up, those thunderstorms, and they will materialize and start to spark up into southwestern, southern, and eastern Ontario by the late afternoon and early evening. So expecting those downpours to push through. Canada Day, here we are, Tuesday morning. It's going to be quite stormy for the east, but some of our models show as the day progresses, although sunshine is expected for the GTHA, you could see some pop-up thunderstorms later on in the afternoon for Canada Day. So it may not always be dry. Looks like we won't have a picture-perfect Canada Day, at least for now. If our models do change, We will keep you posted, of course, tomorrow and into Monday. 29 degrees in Milton, again 29 for Toronto, not 24, 26 in Oshawa, and 29 up towards Barrie. And those temperatures keep climbing. Monday, 32 degrees, 28 Tuesday and Wednesday. And again, watch for that risk of thunderstorms both Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures continue to stay on the climb. Saturday, 32, mostly cloudy.